Yeah.
I got dreams of living
Rich
lavish.
gang it on.
In the kitchen whipping
Rich
magic.
gang it on,
I got dreams of living
man.
lavish. In the kitchen whipping magic. Bad bitches, bad habits.
Yeah.
We got London on the track.
I ain't asked now, nigga, for nothing. I took the heart away. 12 put me over, caught me with the dope. They took my heart away. Heart away. Heart away. Heart away.
Welcome to another edition of Trucking with LoShawn Parks. Y'all could have been anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that. So in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about influence in the trucking industry. Let me turn my truck off. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna be talking about influence in the trucking industry, and today I just sat back and I reflected on a few things. The influence that I've had in this industry, as far as my videos go on YouTube, and as far as my social media platform that people follow me on, and I'm just looking now and realizing that I made leasing a hot trend, or I made leasing something that people aren't afraid to try now. I'm just reflecting on it, right? To know that, to see or to know the type of influence or inspiration that I've been to several individuals that come into the industry, or that's looking to come into the industry. So much to the point that guys and girls, excuse me, are not even looking to be a company driver any longer. They're skipping that portion of it. From a business owner standpoint, or from a fleet owner standpoint, building a fleet, it gets kind of hard to try to hire on, or to try to get, teams, or try to get drivers, because the people that I've influenced, or people that are watching my videos, they're not interested, in being a company driver anymore. I want people to know that I'm glad that I have put out the inspiration, or put out the material for people to want more, to want to be somewhat of independent whenever you do a lease, or you do a lease purchase. I don't want people to do things that could potentially hurt them in the long run if they're not prepared for it, okay? Now, I've always said that if you're going to do like a lease, you need to be business savvy, business minded savvy. And some people may think that that's subjective, or they may not believe that. They feel like, you should just hop in a lease and learn as you go. And if you get with the mega carrier and you're doing a lease, then, it's pretty much, no risk, because the mega carrier is going to support you, which is true. They are, okay? They're the safety net that is going to provide for you for if you have downfalls during the time of you trying to learn to do the lease, or learn how to be successful in the lease. They will. But at the same time, in the video, like I said, if I could do it all over again, the steps and procedures that I would take prior to me looking into a lease, or getting into a lease, and that step would be that I would probably be a company driver for 2 years to stack up enough money, enough capital to be able to provide for those situations while I'm going through learning how to be successful in this lease. All right, so because the mega carrier is only going to keep you employed, so to speak, when you're falling down, right, as your safety net. They're only going to keep you where you have a job. Now, the thing that they're not going to do is they will, but you just keep digging yourself in the hole. They will provide advances if you need money, but you don't want to live off of advances, okay? You don't, because all you're doing is you're digging yourself deeper into a hole that you'll never see the light on for a long period of time, right? So they will work with you, but at the same time, they're not going to write it off the books, if you would. Okay, they're not going to wipe it away, wipe your balance away. You're going to have to work that balance away. And in the process of if you're trying to learn it, then that balance is going to just continue to stack on you. And when it continues to stack on you, this is what tends to make people start to job hop. This is what tends to make guys look for other carriers to go to, because they can't seem to get out of that whole situation. Okay, they're not making any money. They have to continue to take advances, and they just can't see those, positive checks to where they're profitable. Like I said, the pausing in this video is just me reflecting on the influence and inspiration that I've given people. But at the same time, I don't want to give the influence or inspiration to people to come out here and fail because you wanted to rush into a lease situation to where you feel like you have more control. Okay, in a sense, you have a little bit. And when I say a little bit, basically meaning that you can pretty much control. The most you can do is control when you go home. If you're with a mega carrier, you can, if it's not forced dispatch, you can reject freight. But being with a mega carrier, rejecting freight a lot, you're not doing nothing but hurting your money. Okay, you're doing nothing but hurting your money anytime that you elect to not take a load for any purpose that you have of not taking it. So I say all of this to say this. I appreciate everybody that I have inspired, or the inspiration that I have given out to go out there and want to be a lease operator. Okay. But understand this game is cold.